Okay. We are waiting for our friend to come. And, nasaan na ba yun? And, okay, so I'm still waiting for her to come. Let's see. This is my wide, big screen. So let's see, and we are waiting for my friend to come today. It's gonna be, okay. So let's see if she's coming. Okay. Lucille is sleeping. Okay, now. So, could I share? Okay. Pati pa may tulog na bata dyan. May nanay na nagzo-zoom. That's our life here. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so wala pa siya. I'm still waiting for her to come. So, ang sabi ko sa kanya is 3 o'clock. So, let's see if she's coming at 3. Kung darating siya ng 3. If she's coming at 3, 3 o'clock dito sa Canada, I guess that's 5 o'clock in the morning sa Pilipinas. Then, let's see. Pasensya na guys, that I need to do this in the afternoon kasi yun lang available time niya. Okay. Record ulit tayo. Okay. Wala pa siya. It's gonna be how many more minutes?
5 minutes later.
Long time no see. Finally, we see each other through Zoom. Kumusta naman?
Okay lang. So far, so good. How are you? Is it recorded already?
Okay, good to hear that. So,
Can you hear me?
I can hear loud and clear. Just to let you know, I'm recording our conversation.
Okay. That's actually what I am asking.
Okay.
If it's already recorded. Yes.
Okay, so with your permission naman. So, baka kumakain ka pa, you need more time, or are you ready naman?
I'm done.
Okay, you're done. So, I don't want to introduce you. I would like you to introduce yourself. The way you wanted to do it, it's okay. So, ayun. So, because I, just to let you know, I don't know if I posted some blog last week about the student direct stream. Just to let you know, I'm doing a certain blog, pero it's actually a family blog naman. Just so happened, a member of my family wanted to apply through student, ang tawag ito? Permit going to Canada. So that's why na-mention ko siya sa blog ko. So with the interest of people doing it, naalala kita, sabi ko, you are one of the best example para ma-discuss ko yung things like this. Pero hindi ito masyadong formal. Whatever. So informal, just to share. So ganun lang ang gagawin natin ngayong araw. Okay, so sabi ko nga, you can introduce yourself the way you wanted to introduce yourself. Then, let's do it. Okay, go, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for having me as your guest sa blog mo. But I was actually hesitant at first because this is my first time to be interviewed and lumabas din sa YouTube. Actually, very private person ako. So, for you, I will do this.
You.
Yeah. Well, I am an international student here in Canada. I'm actually having my program at the Red Deer College right now here in Red Deer City, Alberta. I'm
Okay.
my early learning in childcare program. So I was a former teacher back home in the Philippines. Of course, you were my co-teacher in Batasan Hills, and I moved to Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo High School. And from there, I got an idea to apply or for this program. So during my times in Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, I did my process to have the study permit going here.
Okay. So yeah, I'm glad. Can you imagine that small world? We were before in Batasan, tapos lumipat ka ng ibang school, and all of a sudden, andito na tayo pareho sa Canada. Now, I just have some few questions. How did you go through with this process? Then I just want to share, not in detail, but just some sort of sharing. How did you, first is, how did you learn about this program?
Well, I and my husband were planning already moving to Canada. It was 2013 when we were planning, but during that time, I heard a news from a friend or na news siya tayo sa Philippine television that workers in Canada, Filipino workers, were sending home kasi nagkaroon yata ng restrictions dito.
Mhm.
I got my master's in St. Joseph. I got a SPED there. Reason is for me to use that to move US, Canada, or Australia. So matagal ng plano actually. So one time I was searching for a program. How will I apply or paano ako maka-jump for any program going here. Then I came across with this study visa program in Canada through that is I what you call that dito sa that is in Ortigas yung nagkakandak ng IELTS and they're conducting orientation for this study program particular. The one that provides the IELTS training. I think I forgot the name. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yun. So and then from that time, so nag-search na ako ng programs and requirements, and first thing I did is to join the forum first para mag-inquire ako ng mga informations and mga real stories na talagang nandito na sila, and I actually messaged them through what you call this messenger PM. Nag-invite ako ng mga persons talaga na nandito na, and yun, nakakuha ko ng mga informations na it's real. So that time I look for a credible or legit consultant, immigration consultant, who will help me through the process, preparing my documents, what are the pertinent or the requirements for a study visa. So nung convinced na ako, that's the time na I signed in for a contract na they will help me process my visa.
Oh, okay.
So yun, and when I signed in, yun na, nag-start na, and I went through the completion of the requirements, and while doing that, I did also review of IELTS, yung International English Language Testing System, which is one of the requirements. Pero of course, not all schools or colleges are requiring that. So it depends kung saang school ka pupunta for IELTS requirement. So
Okay.
I
So,
did complete my documents, and yun.
so prior to your application, you don't have yet the IELTS. Then you just take the IELTS after na malaman mo na and you were convinced that
Yeah.
oh, this is okay, then I can go for it. So that's the time you only took the IELTS. So I guess in the Philippines, IELTS is kind of expensive.
Yeah,
Tama ba?
it was when I took it. The price was I think 10,700 already from 9,000.
Okay.
After in a less than a year, it jumped to more than 1,000 higher.
Oh, that's so expensive now pala. So, yeah, so after the taking the IELTS, can you recall what's the next step that you did for the application? Like, so you are done with the IELTS, you passed the IELTS. I don't know what was
Okay.
a requirement that time, but now I've read in the website that it's six passing score for all of the like competences for the IELTS. I don't know if it's the one that you
It,
had
I,
before.
it depends on the program that you will take.
Yeah.
Some of the programs are requiring 6 and higher, but for me, because I'm taking ELCC here, the requirements only is 5.5. The total score sa all across the learning competencies. English,
Oh,
writing, listening, and ano four na yun?
speaking. Yeah, speaking.
Writing, listening, and there are four.
Ano ka ba na? Writing, speaking, listening. Ano pa ba? Speaking.
Yeah, apat yun eh.
Sige, whatever. I-recall ko na lang yan mamaya. May ang memory natin. Okay, so after taking the IELTS, so you have the first requirement that is needed. So one of the requirement, but that's not the first requirement. So after that, what's the next step? Like,
Completion of the requirements is really very long time to take. It's really long. But on the first phase, you need to complete the credentials and the securing of the letter of acceptance from a designated school or college. So what I did first, pumili muna ako ng school and place kung saan po type. Siyempre. Of course, the consultant will give their recommendations, but still, it's up to you. So kung susunod ka sa kanila. In my case, I preferred my own choice. So I chose Alberta. Siyempre, kahit wala akong kakilala dito, but I did research. So kinonsider ko for Alberta are the low tax, the 5% tax here compared to other provinces, and the health benefits, and also yun, tax and health benefits. So okay naman, and then yung early learning in childcare, the NOC B, because that is a skilled category for you to be eligible to apply later on if you want to stay permanently dito. So, kinonsider ko yun, kasama siya sa in-demand list ng Alberta. So, yun. I secured a letter of acceptance from Red Deer College. I did it on my own without assistance of my consultant kasi this is not their affiliation.
Okay.
Not their affiliated school anymore. So, pag hindi nila affiliated school, you will do that on your own. So I did that. So after that, all the necessary documents for the process of visa and study permit. So along with those are yung supporting documents na why will you apply, why do you need to apply for a study permit? So you have to explain to the visa officer. So ang requirement na yun is the SOP na tinatawag natin, yung statement of purpose, where you will explain why you need to take the program and why Canada. So yun, it should be convincing to the visa officer and it should be justifiable para maging strong yung application mo if you want to be approved for that program. So yun, after that, nung ginawa ko na yung layout ng statement of purpose ko, so I completed all the documents. So pinakamabigat na document doon na kailangan mong paghandaan, of course, is yung proof of fund. So yung fund. So pag usaping study permit or study visa dito sa Canada, you have to show your fund should be accessible and available. It should be in your account. Now you have a 10,000 Canadian dollar for your living expenses.
That's the GIC thing.
Yeah. So kailangan liquid yon. It's a liquid. Hindi siya through document of property or whatever na hindi pa liquid. So you should have that in your account, the 10,000 living expenses, and if and your total 1 year tuition fee from your college, so from the
university where you intended to enroll. Yeah. Okay, I have just some question before you go through, ma'am. So you said a while ago that you seek first an acceptance letter from the school. So prior to that, do you need to pay first a tuition fee or what?
You just need to pay the, what they call this, processing fee for the LOA. It amounted to 200 that time when I applied here. But I think ganun pa rin ngayon. But some other colleges or universities, they only ask for 100 payment for the letter of acceptance.
So that's Canadian dollars.
Yeah, Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Some are asking for 150. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. So I know one of the requirement also is having your credential evaluated here in Canada. Tama ba ako?
No, not yet. The college will evaluate your credentials if you are eligible for the program you are applying for.
Okay. Then?
Yeah. So kung if you pass those yung qualifications nila, and then you will be given that letter of acceptance.
Okay.
Accepting you in the program.
Mm.
But yung WES or ICAS, yung mga international equivalency of our credentials, hindi pa muna siya. Later on,
you go through. Did you go through that process?
If you will decide to stay permanently and you will apply for permanent residency, that is a requirement actually.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. So yeah. So you told me a while ago that it takes a long process before you can have it. The permit. Like a permit is not actually the visa, right?
Yeah, it's not actually the visa that will not allow you to enter Canada. Okay. So prior entering to Canada, you should apply for a study permit, and if you will be approved, then you will be given the ETA or the electronic travel authorization with your permit. So that allows you to enter Canada once you have that ETA. Or for the study permit, study permit holder, we have the ETA in our study permit paper already.
Oh, okay. So that's great. So during the process, sabi mo nga mahaba. So does it take a year for you bago ka nakapag-apply?
Actually, it took me less than a year to prepare all the necessary documents for me to complete. It took less than a year, but during the process per se, it took only 13 days. So when I submitted my application, August 2, and then approval was August 15, I think. So more or less 2 weeks lang siya.
Oh, that's so quick, eh? So is there any chances like along the process, nagkaroon ka ba ng malaking problema na feeling mo ayoko na or what?
Basically, common problem sa atin siguro, I don't know, sa iba, pero sa akin, I personally encountered this acquiring that big amount of proof of fund.
Okay.
So because I need to have in my personal account more than 1 million. So that's total of 1.3. So,
Oh.
yun lang yung naging medyo kaya tumagal ng ganun. So, kailangan mo na ipag-ipunan and everything.
Okay then. So, opening of GIC. Did you open in here?
No, I did not open GIC here because I went through regular program. It's not SDS.
Okay.
So, student direct stream process will require you to have the GIC wherein you will pay or you will have the total fund in Scotiabank in Canada.
Okay.
That's the SDS. But I did not take that kasi of course medyo mahirap, mabigat yun. Tsaka yung risk ba na it's not a risk actually kasi account mo naman yun eh. Kaya lang syempre yung hassle na may account naman ako sa Pilipinas but kailangan mag-open ng account dito.
So
And
the
for
fund,
everything.
sorry. So the fund will be in the Philippines sa case mo.
Yeah.
The regular stream program, the fund should be in the Philippines also.
Mm-hmm.
So are you gonna bring that here? Like, are you required to bring that fund to Canada or what?
You are not required. Actually, the immigration, when I was in the immigration, that time when I'm securing my study permit, they did not look for the total amount. But you have to declare dun sa electronic nila device dun when you enter your lahat ng dala-dala mo. So they will just ask you, do you have how much your money bring in Canada? The requirement or the regulation must be less than 10,000 cash if you're having that cash. So you just declare there kung more than 10,000 or not. So you just click yes or no. So wala naman silang hahanapin. So it's up to you. You can bring the money but it should be less than 10,000. So what I did, I paid first the first what do you call this? Yung installment, first 2 months of my tuition fee in college, sinama ko yun sa attachment ko sa requirement to submit my application sa study permit. And then yung amount, the rest, dala ko siya. And then the rest, during my last end of my year, sa program ko, I just asked my family to send me.
Okay. So tuition fee, you are not you are required to pay the full for a year.
No. Living allowance is apart from the school expenses. You will have to look for your own living, your house. Sa college, they have their accommodations, they have their yung residence. But still, they will just provide the residence for rental, but you are the ones who will budget for your own. They will not provide your food.
Oh, okay. So having that kind of permit before, so what are the privileges na may enjoy mo na, like, even if you are not yet a permanent resident of Canada, if you are not yet a citizen of Canada, what are the privileges na nai-enjoy mo rin? Na nai-enjoy namin as Canadian, na nai-enjoy mo na kahit hindi ka pa resident?
That is a very big blessing to me and to my family because all the benefits that the permanent residents are enjoying, we enjoy too. What do you call this? Health benefits. I think everything, except those benefits that the citizens are already having or enjoying here. But for the permanent residents, what they have or what they enjoy is we get to.
Okay, so you have the same privileges. How about the child taxes? Are you also receiving child tax for your children?
Oh yeah, we are receiving.
Wow.
Prior requirement is they need to stay for 18 months first.
Okay.
Yeah, 18 months. They should have the residence of 18 months, and then they will get the benefits. Before, I think that is retroactive. So the benefit that we can get is from the day or from the month, first month that they came here, they arrived.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we can just get that after 18 months.
It's a retro. I can testify. It's a retroactive. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, yes. So you're
Actually,
gonna have bulk when
oh,
you reach, yeah, that's true. So pag na-reach na yung requirement na yun, then you can have it all.
oh my.
Yes. And you
Yeah,
will have good money.
yeah, no, actually, kasi they are still in the 12 or 13 months stay here. So we still need to wait for
Fewer months to go.
more.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So, masaya, di ba?
Mm.
Natuwa ako masyado. Na-overwhelmed ako sa kwento mo. So,
Another thing is, can I just add, I can also work.
okay,
I
good.
have open work permit, one of my privileges. I can work para makapag-earn din ako for my own expenses. But it's only limited to 20 hours since I'm doing a full-time schooling. So yun yung reason. But after your program, you are eligible to apply for open work permit and you can work unlimited. So yun, isa rin na. And another thing, you can bring your family even you are just still applying back home. You can actually do yung family application. You can add them in your application. So sabay-sabay kayong pupunta dito. But in my case, I preferred to apply myself first. And then after a few months, and I applied their applications, yung visa nila, and I got them after 6 months. So I was here August, last week of August, and then they came here. I submitted their application January, and then they were approved February, and they were here March before the lockdown.
Okay. So, how was the children? How's your children? Are they enjoying being here?
Nag-enjoy sila.
Masaya ba ang buhay sa Canada?
Masaya. So, kasi mga teens naman na sila, bagets hindi naman sila masyadong nahirapan sa
Yes, adjustment. Yeah, okay. So, having this experience na, ako nga sabi ko, I'm very overwhelmed. Na-overwhelmed ako sa experience mo dito. So, ano yung masasabi mo dun sa mga, well, sabi mo nga, ang pinakamalaking is about the fun. So, ano yung mai advice mo dun sa mga gustong pumunta, those who are really interested to come, yet, sabi nila, ang laki naman ng pera niyan. If I'm staying here, like, the area in the Philippines, if I'm staying here, I can be a millionaire. If I'm going to spend 1.3 million, then it's a big money for me. So, why don't just stay in the Philippines? Why did you choose to go to Canada? So, ano yung masasabi mo sa kanila?
Actually, depende sa purpose mo talaga coming here. So, well, thinking of your benefit of you will be eligible to apply for permanent residency. Siguro yun yung karamihan na reason. But for me, my intention was to really get my program in ELCC. And then along the way, depende na yun kung paano. So we are not yet decided kung we will stay here for good or we will go back home. So depende, I could say na it depends to your goal. If you wanna apply for, or if you wanna have, or if you want to come here to be a permanent resident, that is a pathway for you because many of the students, international students here, they use that as a pathway.
Yes.
So, and yun nga, it really depends on your desire. Kung gusto nyo talaga, you will find a way. You find ways, sabi nga ni BDO. Is that BDO? So, kung problema sa proof of fund, so I think kung ang masasabi ko lang dun kung if you have the will, you have the way to provide.
Yeah, tama naman. If you have the will, you will find ways.
You'll find ways.
Yeah, para maayos yung ano mo. So far, so good, ma'am. What's your status now, if you don't mind to share? So what's your status now in Canada and the whole family? How is that?
Well, I'm about to finish my program this April 23.
Wow, almost there. Woo!
Lahat na, my status will also be the status of my family, my husband and my 2 children. So kung ano yung status ko, ganun din sila kasi because I'm the primary applicant here, they are my dependents. So after my program, I will be eligible for an open work permit. And hopefully, dun na kami. And then, during that time, I will have my privilege, or you call this eligibility to process the permanent residency.
Okay. Going back, nakalimutan kong itanong sa'yo. You mentioned a while ago that you are allowed to work at least 20 hours off campus. Am I right? So, do you still need to seek or get a work permit?
No, that is already included in our study permit. So if you are approved for study permit as international student with what they call this load sa school, you will be granted for a work permit already with your study permit, along with your study permit. So you will not need to get or to seek another work permit apart from your study permit. It depends doon sa mga program na mayroong co-op. Kasi my program doesn't need to have a co-op. So yung mga program na may mga co-op, they need to secure it for another permit, which is work permit for them to work.
Ano ba yung co-op na yun, ma'am?
Parang sa atin, parang ano yun internship that is excluded to the credits sa curriculum.
Okay.
Requirement yun ng program that you need to have that job, on the job training ba yun, internship. Excluded siya sa number of units na required ng program. In my case, ang ELCC and RDC does not require for a co-op, so I can work without permit kasi walang co-op. Ayun.
Oh, that's good to hear that one. So far now, your husband is having an open work na ba?
Yeah, ang husband ko, since pumunta siya dito, when I applied him to come here, I applied for open work permit. So pagdating niya dito, open work permit siya. And he can work everywhere. And anytime na gusto niyang umalis, is not a contract based. So, pwede yun, it's open.
Wala tayong mga kontrata dito. Okay. So, how long before you get them nga? So, after 3 months, tama ba? So, after 3 months of being a student in here, having your study permit, nakuha mo na yung family mo?
Pinrocess ko sila after 3 months.
Oh, okay. So,
pwede namang hindi 3 months. After 1 week mo dito, pwede i-process, but that's my personal choice.
Oh, okay. That's great. So, anything more you wanted to add before we end this conversation?
Well, sa mga friends natin out there, if you really are interested to do this pathway para makarating dito sa Canada for whatever purpose you have, just perseverance, and yung kailangan
You have your goal talaga dapat.
Set your goal and then work for it, complete the documents, and you can be without, find ways to really get through everything na kailangan mo. And then, pagdating mo naman dito is, you will enjoy. Kasi napaka-iksi lang ng panahon. Imagine mo kailan lang ako dumating dito, and now, matatapos na ako sa program ko. And I have also my family with me here. Good
People
luck.
in US are eyeing you, just to let you know. People in the US are eyeing you. Sabi nila, sino? Sabi ko, I mentioned you. And sabi nila, oh wow, naandyan na ba talaga? Sabi ko, for real, she is here already. And nung una parang ayaw nilang maniwala. And now they believe that you're here because some of them nakausap mo na sila, di ba? Then they're asking about this program and I'm giving you them as an example. Sabi ko, tingnan mo si Ma'am Castro. She was here already. She chose to be in here, then she's in here. May nagwawala na akong anak doon sa likod. Okay, so no more?
Yeah,
I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity na maikwento mo sa amin ang nilakbay mo, yung process na ginawa mo. And I'm glad and I'm happy na masaya ka sa anong tawag ito? Kung saan paglalakbay ang pinili mo. So what matter is you're happy kung ano talaga ang decision mo sa buhay. Kasi marami ang iba nagtataas kilay. Sasabihin nila, si Miss Castro, ganito na yan, ganun sa Pilipinas. But then she choose to go to Canada just to be like this. Oh no, you never know. Hindi nyo alam kung ano ang goal ng tao sa buhay, right? So, thank you very much. Maraming salamat. Pag may mga tanong pa ako, i-PM na lang kita. Salamat sa oras, sa panahon na ibinigay. Happy Easter sa iyo at sa buong pamilya mo dyan sa Red Deer. Magkita tayo some other time pa nag-camping kami dyan.
Yes, thank you. And you're very much welcome. Anytime you can just message me. And just to let you know, you're such a very beautiful lady this time.
Thank you for the compliments. Yeah, o sige.
Tita, see you.
See you. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye.
Bye.